If you have a car that is at all new, even just within the past few years, it probably has a computer inside, maybe actually several computers inside. So let's talk about them this morning. We have our auto man, Brian Bowersock, with the West Auto Group with us. Brian, our cars are now what, getting as smart as our phones?
Or smarter.
Smarter than our phones.
Yeah, these days.
So I mean, you were just telling me during the break, cars now have several computers inside.
Module, yeah, they're computers, but we call them modules, and they all multiplex and talk to each other and handle all different aspects of the vehicle, anywhere from steering to drivability to braking to ignition control, fuel control.
You name it.
You name it.
Basically everything.
Yeah.
So what do we need to know about the computers in our cars? They need to be updated?
Sometimes. So a lot of times what we're kind of talking about this morning, and it's done obviously with factory software and laptops, and the equipment's getting quite expensive, but I mean it is what it is. You have to stay on top of these. So a lot of times you can repair something on a vehicle, such as a driving situation or a steering situation or a throttle situation, by actually updating software if that is the problem.
Without having to actually mechanically change anything?
Not mechanically change things, yeah. So probably about 30% of the time right now, 30 to 40% of the time, we actually upgrade software to fix little glitches and things. Can be anything from AC not working properly when you switch to defrost to AC, or you know, a drivability as far as a lag in a car, or something that happens when you shut the car off. There's so many numerous scenarios, all the way down to deploying of airbags, and no, that's not the problem that they're having with the airbags these days, but I mean, that is software controls all those things in our car now.
So it sounds like it's basically less easy for someone to fix something at home. They've almost got to go see a repair shop now.
The repair shop. So you have to go to somebody that's also qualified and subscribes to having the type of equipment you need to do this, which is a lot of the manufacturer stuff. Pass-through programming and downloading is become a way of life in the automotive industry as far as fixing things on cars. And often, even when a component's replaced, then we want to upgrade the software that relates to that component to make the car have better performance and operate properly.
So you're going to have to probably get the car plugged in and checked out by a professional.
Correct.
And before we go, Brian, I want to ask you about this, because you mentioned airbags as being possibly one of the software issues. We just learned the past couple days that Honda is now recalling even more vehicles. Correct. They already recalled 5 million for these airbag problems. What's going on here? They're
really going through and seeing any vehicles that could be affected by this whole airbag concern they had by the one factory that was manufacturing them. You're going to see more and more vehicles added to this recall probably, because if there's even a chance that it could have one of those airbags with the concern in it, they're going to end up adding it to the recall list, is what you're going to see. So keep your ears out and eyes open for your vehicles if they're added to the list, obviously. You can go to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration website and check to see if your vehicle has any of those recalls. You should be getting notices in the mail. They do them by VIN number and registration through the DMV here in California. So just keep your eyes open for your recall if you do have one of those vehicles.
Sure. Any Honda driver should be aware of that.
Yeah,
sure.
And there's a lot of other manufacturers out there that are also in this, with Toyota and all the way to some European cars and American cars and things. But you're going to have to be patient. There's a lot of recalls going on with these, and the supply is going to be tough to keep up with.
Brian Bowersock, great insight with the West Auto Group. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Glad to be here as usual.